Hey guys, so when is it time to bail versus stay and fix a broken relationship? I'm Jen from JenMichelleCoaching.com, and this is a question I get quite often. Should I stay? Is it going to always be like this? Is he ever going to show up the way he did in the beginning? Am I going to always feel this lonely and unaccepted? Am I going to always feel this insecure and worried in the relationship? And consider that when we're in the place of deciding whether it's time to stay or whether it's time to go, that this is deeply personal and there's no sort of right answer. But I want to talk about in this video a few things to consider if you're in this space of your relationship where you're just feeling lonely, you're feeling hopeless, a sense that it's never going to change type of thing. So number one, we want to check in with ourselves and kind of see what's coming up for us and how we're feeling. What I see a lot of is when we're deciding to stay or leave, we kind of want to have those conversations, right? We want to talk about it. We want to tell him exactly what's on our mind. And we'll want to, react out of a sense of urgency and from a space of feeling like this needs to happen right now. This conversation needs to happen right now. And consider, unless we're in sort of some survival type of situation, we do not want to take action when those kind of feelings of urgency have kicked in, unless we're at risk, right? So, what I'm talking about in terms of a sense of urgency is feeling like we have to do something right now versus in the next day or in the next couple of hours, just checking in and saying, okay, does this need to happen right now? Because if the answer is no, we want to honor that as when we're having those feelings of urgency and that sense of being flooded, we do not have our full functioning brain. We are not thinking clearly. And this is when we typically regret what we're about to do if we follow through on it, right? So consider if you're feeling a sense of urgency or like you have to do something right now to fix it or up the ante or make him understand. Consider being still and allowing the intensity of emotion to pass, because you will not feel like this the rest of your life, right? Those intense emotions will not always be present, and you will feel so much better and so much more confident in what you choose to do or not do if it comes from a place of softness, from a place of acceptance, surrender, peace, ease, and flow, right? We tend to really regret our decisions when we take action out of urgency and we get caught in this cycle of feeling like we have to do something and then regretting it. And so instead, we want to let those intense emotions die down and use mindfulness and use our full brain and our full sense of feminine energy, meaning that we're just, not feeling like we have to do it right now type of thing to make decisions. We're coming at it from a place of peace and trust that if we need to do something, we will know exactly what to do, but we'll take action when our system feels good, not when we're going into kind of emotional overload with the situation. Number two is if contempt has taken over, or, kind of like the way I define that is where our partner is no longer able to see anything good in us or vice versa. How can we start to change that dynamic? So if we've been trying the same old things, like trying to talk to him about it, trying to make him understand our perspective type of thing, and we're getting nowhere with it, instead, I invite you to start just completely taking control over the one person you have control over, which is you, and shift the way you're showing up to the relationship. The feminine energy is really powerful in quietly leading the warmth in a relationship. And so if we are matching his coldness or sort of doing this like tit for tat type of thing, we'll get caught in a vicious cycle and it will lead to a breakup. But if we decide to break that cycle by the way we show up, meaning we're having a new level of softness and awareness to us. We're not reacting to triggering statements or taking the bait type of thing. We are instead just taking responsibility for how we're showing up and approaching love and intimacy with our partner from a place of mindfulness, from a place of, you know what, like, okay, I only have control over me, and I'm going to, just let go of what isn't helping me or the relationship or getting me any closer to the level of intimacy I want. And so that means choosing to let go, right? Choosing to not take the bait when that argument comes up again. Having a level of awareness where we're saying, I hear what you're saying. Respectfully, I disagree, yet I don't want to fight. Or we're just saying, I hear you, I don't want to fight. And we walk away and we take really good care of ourselves. We don't engage in situations where we need him to hear and understand our perspective when things are elevated. So as we start to really take control over the way we show up to a relationship and what we're putting out there, we have the ability to inspire tremendous change in our partner, because that softness is very inviting and we can't argue by ourselves. So if we are not willing to go there, then it's not really very much fun or engaging to have those arguments solo. And so he will be forced to go deeper and examine himself and his actions. And this is the space where we want him to reach so he can check in and see how he's been showing up. What has he been doing in the relationship that has led to where things are now? And it will get him to a place of self-reflection where instead of just conveniently blaming the partner, he's going deeper and examining his own actions and behaviors, right? And number 3, which I talk about this all the time, is expressing appreciation. But I'll tell you why I talk about expressing appreciation all the time, because it is the most authentic and powerful way for a partner to go from feeling disrespected, unloved, to completely respected, loved, and appreciated. So how do we express appreciation? We bring our focus to anything this man is doing that is helpful, and we put our focus there. We don't let the ways he's falling short take over and lead us. And so we have to have a lot of presence to do this in the beginning, because most likely we've built up a lot of things that we don't like. And now we're going to reverse it, because the antidote to appreciation is worry and fear. So that will take over. So now we are giving the medicine of appreciation to heal that and allow that to lead the relationship. So that looks like, you look really handsome today. Thank you so much for making my coffee, or thank you for picking that up from the store. Thank you for making those reservations. Thanks for picking that movie out or turning this show on. I love this show. Thanks for relaxing together tonight. I enjoy that. Anything he's doing. And we want to bring our full focus to that and authentically express appreciation. And this will address the worry, the fear, the anger, all of the things that have most likely been bubbling to the surface of the relationship. And it will instill a sense of softness and just that sense of respect that he needs to feel like a man, to move towards us. He feels most likely like a failure if we've been unhappy in a relationship. So as we start to really show him that we appreciate him and he can make us happy, he starts to get a new sense of confidence, which will drive him to want to do the work required to make the relationship whole again, right? To make it a successful, connected, loving relationship where we feel cherished, heard, adored, all of those things that the feminine energy partner looks to have in a deeply intimate, connected relationship. So I hope this is helpful to you in your situation. I would love to hear from you. So contact me Any comments, feedback, or suggestions, welcome. I'm at jenmichellecoaching.com if you want additional content and resources as well. Have a great day. Bye.